Welcome to the track guide for Zolder. Um, just showing you how I get my lap time around this track with the fixed setup. But you can change brake bias. I changed mine to 52 just because of the way iRacing have set their brake cylinders up. It does like to lock the rears, so yeah, just be mindful of that. So coming into last turn, brake the 100, back to second gear. You can hold it in second, or you can shift to third like I did. Coming down to turn 1, braking at the 100 or just before the 100. It's close enough to the 100. Some people go down to third gear for this corner. I don't. I stay in fourth. Turn in point is pretty much at the end of this barrier or close to there where the road starts to turn in. So holding literally the brake, just let it coast through the corner, back up on throttle as you can see, all the way out to this exit curb. You can use a lot of the exit curb, or you can just touch it like I did. Then angle the car straight back across to the other side of the track to get a good fit this corner. Brake marker. Not really any brake markers coming into this corner. I suppose you could use that part is brake marker, or that is a brake marker, or if you scroll back a bit, 5 meters after here, brake. Yeah, it's just a lot of guesswork for this corner to try and get what the brake is. Again, trailing the brake into the corner. Back to, I think it was third gear I'm going back to for this corner. Yep, third gear for here. Clip the apex on the gas. Make sure the car is straight before you're fully on the throttle. Don't run over those sausage curbs because it kills you. You can go to there, but it kills you too. Feather the throttle through here, so I'm 3/4 throttle to half throttle, just to keep the car pointing straight and narrow. Once I know I can nail it, I'll nail the gas again. Down here, it's again back to, I think it's third gear or fourth gear. I use this access road as my brake marker. So we'll slow it down. I am holding the brake ever so slightly now, coming into the corner. Again, using fourth gear for this corner. See it, and then let it coast for a bit. Half throttle till I know I can nail it, and then nail it. You can use all this exit curb, just try not get to the dirt because it gives you the off track, or it will kill you into this wall, which has been done many a time in the past. Coming down into the first chicane. People brake at the 100. I'm one of these people that brake early for a corner, so about 125. Back down to third gear. You can use second. I prefer third for some weird reason. I just find I can get better traction with third. You can run over this curve a lot, and you can run over this curve a lot, but just be mindful it does unsettle the car quite a lot. Now, coming up to the rise, the car does get light and likes to wheel spin, so if you move the car to the middle of the track like I have, you can keep the throttle pinned. It will sound like it's wheel spinning, but you can still keep the throttle pinned. If you go on the left hand side, it tends to yeah, get a bit weird. So still full throttle down to here, backing off. So start braking just before the end of that curb. Don't downshift until late. Back down to second gear for the chicane. I think it was. Yep, second gear. So yeah, I left my downshift late. I didn't go up to sixth gear. I think I only stayed in fifth. So I only had to go down 3, not 4. Cut this corner a little bit. Just don't fully run over the sausage curves because it gives you the off track. Again, don't run over the green part because it will give you the off track. Short shift to third gear when you hit like the middle of here. Feather the throttle so you keep drive pretty well. Once you know you can nail it, nail the throttle, up the gears. I think I'm in 4th gear for here. Yeah, 4th gear. Feathering the throttle as you go up the hill because the car will like to get light and wheel spin. Once you know you can nail it again, nail it. Again, just full throttle through here, no lift. Coming down to the last hairpin now. You can use first gear. I tend to use second gear for here. And I'm a really early braker. So there's 100. I'm braking probably 150 maybe, or even further back than that. So back down to second gear. I am in 5th gear coming down into the corner. I don't think I changed to 6th gear. Nah. So I leave it in 5th gear coming down into here. So again, I brake super early. Get my car settled under the brakes. Back down to second gear. Little bit of trail brake into the corner. And I'm off back on the throttle already. Just a little bit of throttle till I'm on the exit. And then 1 throttle back on, full throttle. Straight line this as much as you can. So to make sure you just line it up so you can straight line it instead of having to turn the wheel. Back up through the gears, up to 6th gear. Again, braking at 100. Back down to second gear. You can run over this curb a bit. I could probably cut it a little bit more than that. Keep it in second, or you can short shift to third. Just depends on what you think your drive traction is going to be like. In this case, I was a little bit eager on the throttle because I had to correct the car a little bit. If you're on a quali lap, just straight line it down the side, as you can kind of half see I did, but then I decided to angle it back over to get the diagonal across the track. And yeah, there you have it. A lap of Zolder, 31.261. As you can see, is my fastest time so far for this track. To get that time for this lap, I actually did a slow lap. I ran around the track doing about 100 to 120k in high-ish gear, maybe 3rd, 4th gear, and then I started my actual lap from the hairpin, so the tyres were a little bit warm as I come onto the straight, and then I just nailed kind of nailed that lap. So yeah, hope this helps, and enjoy the racing throughout the week.